background. I mean, I grew up in Arizona. We lived in like Phoenix, Arizona up until like 5th, 6th grade. I moved to Pennsylvania for like a year. My dad was a lawyer. My mom was like a stay-at-home mom. So my mom was kind of really busy, always like picking and dropping off me or my sisters from school, or like my dad was working a lot, but we would always play basketball. There was like a few years too where he would coach like the rec team that I played on. But it was nice. Yeah, I was very fortunate. We moved around a little bit. I remember I lived in Pennsylvania for a year because my dad switched jobs, and then my family hated it. We moved back to Arizona. That was like around 7th, 8th grade, and it's kind of like when I really started to get into gaming. Yeah, I mean, it was nice. I love Arizona. I'm not at the beginning, like, because it was so new, like what I was doing, like to be able. I mean, you probably know more than anyone, to be able to say like, oh, I want to be a YouTuber and like be a content creator and like I make Call of Duty videos. Like, at first, it was not a thing that my parents and my mother really understood at all. And like, they were kind of. My mom really was kind of against it. My dad was more chill, like, okay, you gotta just listen to her, and like, but now my mother loves it. She's super supportive, and yeah, it's great.
There was a clip viral recently of you talking about your grandma and your mom, and you wanted a brother, and you were pissed about hearing that you had another sister.
That's true. Yes, my mom texted me about that, and she was like, I felt so bad. She was like, we tried. Like, I was hurt to hear you say that about grandma. I was like,
oh no, man!
Like, damn,
your mom took it serious, man.
Very serious. I was trying to tell her, like, Mom, I'm like clearly like I'm not here mad that you didn't get. Like,
she doesn't know what clip farming is.
Yeah, I know that you were trying. I mean, I was mad though. Like, I wasn't trolling. I was trolling, but like. I was like speaking from my perspective at the time.
You're also a little kid, man.
Yeah.
You're a little kid. That's so funny. That's so funny she texted you. I feel like she's so serious too. She probably can't tell that you were trolling.
Yeah, it ended up being all good. Like we talked about it and it's fine.
All right, so before you were a YouTuber, FaZe Adapt that we all know, but what did you do as a kid? What sports did you play? Did you ever have any jobs before YouTube? And what were your hobbies? Like, what did you do other than gaming and before you got into being a YouTuber?
I played a lot of basketball. I really love basketball. I wanted to, like, just like every kid does, I wanted to go be a hooper. Like, I wanted to go to the league. And I played on, like, my rec team. And then one year, I think it was AAU that I played on in Pennsylvania, maybe. It was, like, definitely, like, a rank up, though. I remember because, like, the competition was a lot better and stuff like that. But I wanted to hoop. But then I got cut from the team 2 years in a row on first cuts on Halloween. And I was like, damn, I don't know if I could do this. And I just started playing video games. After the first year, I was like, okay, Michael Jordan got cut from his freshman team. I feel like a lot of kids hold on to that. I definitely was one of them. I was like, Michael Jordan got cut. I'm just going to do, like, it's all good. So I went and I, like, worked mad hard, like, and went to every open court and went and met with the coach and had him. I remember he was a math teacher, Mr. Wild. I remember going to his class, like, at lunch. I'm like, yo, can you give me to work on and, like, drills? So next year when trials come around, like, I'm way better. I would go walk to Aviano every day and do these drills by myself and go to the open courts and go to the gyms. And I went and did the Pinnacle Summer League. And I got cut on first cuts again. I was so mad.
Yeah.
But I ended up playing video games more because of it, and that kind of worked out. So
I had a similar thing with baseball. I had a dream to be in the MLB. I got cut instantly from high school, buddy. I remember they put up the names all my friends made, and I got cut. And I was like, well. Then I ended up graduating high school early, and I never talked to any of them again and just joined FaZe. We weren't meant to be athletes. Maybe you were, but not me. I mean, although I'm stronger than you.
I don't know if you are.
I've beat you in some FaZe weightlifting
in the arm wrestling that 1 year, yeah.
And the bench press video. Thank you very much.
Nah, but I mean, we could do an updated one if you want.
I don't work out, but I'll still go. I'll go bench.
Did you beat me in bench press?
I did. You could see it on Weed Lake.
How much did you bench?
I got the receipts. It was like, listen,
like 235.
It's like 275. But the thing is, if you go analyze it, you know, I'm not sure if it was like a real bench press.
Yeah.
If I did that now, I think I would tear everything in my chest. So you're definitely athletic. We've seen you on the basketball court with the new guys on stream. But So did you have any jobs though early on?
By the time I was old enough to apply for a real job, I had already been on the internet making money. Like I had like income by the time I was 16. Like I had like genuine like money coming in.
Yeah.
But my mom still made me apply for a job, which was mad annoying.
What'd you apply for?
Tilly's. She made me apply at Tilly's in Desert Ridge. I was like, Mom, I'm making money already. Like she's like, no, you gotta get a job. And I applied at Tilly's, and I remember like on the spot, they kind of just like felt it out. Like I filled out a form, but on the spot, the dude was like, "Can you name these brands on the wall?" Couldn't name any of them, so I never got a call back. Thank God.
You get rejected from Tilly's.
Yeah, never. I mean, that's totally cool. I mean, I didn't even want to apply. My mom made me apply.
I'm just picturing you as like you as the 16-year-old kid I know. I could just picture you inside Tilly's.
Because my best friend Mo worked in that same plaza at Hollister. And like I would come visit him, and my mom was like, "Yeah, you got to get a job. You're 16." I'm like, Mom, why do I need a job? I'm making money. Like, and I'm making a good amount of money, like more money than any 16-year-old probably should be making.
Yeah.
You want me to sit at Tilly's and sell DCs for 7 hours a day? Are you crazy? But I couldn't say that to my mom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
You've spoke about it a lot that your mom used to take your power cord from your Xbox and stuff like that. So, and you had to kind of finesse your way. What is that? Tell us some of those stories. What happened? Why was your mom so against it?
She did not with this. She was not with it. Bro, Norden could tell you too, because there's a time when me and Norden were in a Skype call, and I can't remember what it was, bro. My mom was mad about, like, she just did not like like. By the way, I should preface all this with now, I love my mother. We have a great relationship. She's very supportive of everything I do, and it's always reminded me of that. But at the time, no. At the time,
which she had some right, okay,
which is understandable.
Yeah, it's understandable. Yeah,
like I look back at it now, and I'm like, okay, I get it. My mom wanted me to live like she was very traditional, very white, like was raised in a certain way.
Yeah.
So like this whole concept of like doing content and stuff on the internet was, especially 10 years ago, was super foreign.
Yeah.
So I don't blame her. I don't hold it against her. But at the time I was like, are you for real? Like I'm trying to join FaZe. Like she would like take my controllers, and like I would have to be passing my classes to even play. Like I would only be allowed to play the game on weekends. And I remember I was trying out for FaZe, and like I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, I'm in the top 20 and I'm literally allowed to play 2 out of the 7 days in a week.
You're in the top 20 of the FaZe 5
challenge. The FaZe 5 challenge. And I like,
so from like 100,000 people down to 20.
Yes. And I'm in the top 20, and I'm like only getting like a few hours a week. Because then on the weekend too, I would play in my rec league basketball game. And I'm like, damn, bro. I like, whatever. I made it work. And there were times I would finesse and like cut off like PS2 controller. I could cut the wire from the PS2 controller and give that to my mom. That worked a little bit. It got patched. I would sprint home. And like load up my PVUSD portal and inspect element everything. So it said I had at least 70% in all my classes. So I was passing because that's what I needed to be able to have my controllers. And my mom would quickly like come look and see if I was passing. And then she would give me my controller. She would never hit refresh. I would pray she wouldn't hit refresh. That eventually got patched. I would make like fake emails, like, and email my mom and be like, yo, I'm sorry, I'm busy right now, but your son got this grade on this test. It just hasn't been in yet. Once it's in and updated, he will be passing.
It worked. Oh, my guy was creative.
I would do a lot of
For
shit,
the
bro.
love of the Black Ops 2 trick shot.
Yeah, and then even after, like, when I started really making money and I was on YouTube, like, bro, I remember I was on an upload streak one day, and my mom would do, like, unplug the router, but then I would just go plug it back in.
Yeah.
And, like, upload the video. I'm like, okay, mom, like, that was just annoying. Then one day she took it. She took the router. She unplugged the router and took it in her car and left. I was on like day 400 or 500 of uploading a video every day. And like we would argue all the time, bro. We would argue all the time, and she's just like, I don't even remember why she did it this time. But I remember being so mad. I put the video on like an SD card, threw it on into a MacBook, and like went to a friend's house or something like that, uploaded the video there. There was a lot of I was fighting an uphill battle a lot trying to do this early on in my career.
Crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which, like you said, is understandable because it was so crazy at the time.
I think Tico mentioned when I was talking to him that you missed an upload and you cried.
Yes.
I don't remember that story.
That was like a year and a half, 2 years in, where Like in between, like on like day 5 or 600, I was uploading every day. I was finding a way to get a new video up every day, regardless of my circumstances, what was going
Yeah.
on. I had a YouTube video up. And this one day in New York, I couldn't get it up. Like the internet was out and it was later in the day. Like I had started later in the day and I had issues with Vegas and then I got it. And then I remember like knocking on the neighbor's door with a laptop in my hand. I'm like, yo, can I use your Wi-Fi?
No way.
And their Wi-Fi wasn't working. And for some reason, we couldn't go to I don't know. And I just remember like losing it in my room. And yeah, I think I cried because I was like so devastated that I lost that streak that I worked on every single day for like a year and a half, 2 years. But it was low key for the better because like at the time it needed to be a thing where like, yo, I can chill. Like, I can take a day
we
off.
were not okay with missing one day. Like that was like a mental illness for us for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously it was the grind. It was a very like motivated grind, but it actually was detrimental long term.
It was really detrimental
Yeah.
to the mental health of like a 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't go through like Mr. Beast like said something like this. He was like, humans did not like evolve thousands, millions of years to like be conditioned to like make content and entertain people and like read a chat and like, you know, like everything that comes with this. Like, yeah, like it definitely had a big effect on my mental health back then. And I was clearly I cried.
Yeah.
Like I cried. I was like so upset with myself and just like mad. And like, I remember panicking and like, I didn't have like a laptop in my hand. I'm knocking on neighbors' doors. Like I'm knocking, yo,
that's
can I get some
crazy.
Wi-Fi? Like I gotta get this video up and I couldn't do it. And then, yeah.
That you know, that fire that we all had though to work that hard was obviously why everything worked so well for us early on.